I'm really excited to show you the Fitbit Charge 4 because it is packed with some really cool features like Spotify, NFC payments, heart rate, and GPS tracking. Plus, it's a pretty great looking watch. So there are a couple of awesome things that I want to show you guys about this watch. Go ahead, get comfortable, and let's get into it. When unboxing your Fitbit Charge 4, you can expect things to be much the same as any other Fitbit watch products. It's a clean, neat, and tidy unboxing experience, and minimal plastic is used, if any, which I appreciate. In the box, you get your Fitbit Charge 4 front and center, then a little info card, an additional band size, the charger, and then the setup and warranty brochure, etc. All packaged in this beautiful Fitbit Charge box. When it comes to the look and design, in typical smartwatch fashion, not much has changed from the previous Charge 3 model. It is identical to the Charge 3 and in fact has no design differences at all. There are no physical buttons on it either, other than where you change the actual straps, but there is this grooved edge on the left-hand side that is a haptic type pressure sensor button, and it's used to digitally navigate on the watch. Overall, it is a very minimal and unisex design. I do find with the charge range that the bands look quite chunky and not as refined as I'd like, but that's such a small thing to note as you can change the bands, which I really love. And what's even more epic is not only is it really simple to change the straps, but it takes the same ones as the Charge 3. So if you already had a Charge 3 and wanted to maybe upgrade, good news, you can use all your existing straps. Onto the display, and if you didn't know, the Charge range only has a monochromatic display, so it is black and white, which is not necessarily a bad thing, and I'll explain why a bit later, but it's just something to note. It is also an OLED touchscreen display and is exactly 1 inch in size. It does not have an always-on display, which to be honest, I was a little surprised and disappointed about, especially in terms of having a monochromatic OLED display. So if you were hoping to have it on this model, then I've just dashed all your hopes, unless if of course in future they add it with a software update. They've opted to keep the Fitbit logo placement just below the display, and that might not be to your taste, but oddly enough it does make the watch seem more premium and less like a no-name brand fitness tracker, if you know what I mean. So I'm pretty sure you guys are dying to know what exactly is new about the Charge 4, and first up is built-in GPS tracking. So the Charge 4 does not use your phone's GPS to track your walk or run, etc. Your watch itself tracks everything using the onboard GPS. And this is a feature I know a lot of people love in their fitness trackers. Then you can now make NFC payments with the Charge 4. There is no need to carry around your wallet or even cards because all your payments can be made just by holding your watch near a pay point. Active Zone Minutes is also a really new addition, and it essentially tracks your active heart rate during workouts. So when your heart rate is at a fat burning state for longer than a minute, you get a point. So according to Fitbit, the WHO and Heart Association, most people should get about 75 minutes of vigorous exercise per week. So Active Zone Minutes helps track that every week and basically keep you on track with your exercise goals. It's really cool, and there are a bunch of extra metrics on the Fitbit app as well. Spotify can now also be connected to your watch, so you can control playlists, music, and volume all from your watch. But just remember, the Charge 4 does not store songs. And even if you download the Spotify playlist on your phone, it does not mean the playlist is saved to your watch. So the thing is, with the Charge 4, you will always need to have your phone with you and connected if you want to listen to music. Sleep mode is also new to the Charge 4, and this feature mutes all your phone's notifications and stops your screen from turning on during sleep, which is fantastic. Do Not Disturb is another new additional feature that you can find under the settings, and this allows you to mute calls, SMSs, and notifications during the day so you do not get disturbed. So, clock faces are such a fun thing to change and switch up to suit your own personal style. So to do that, just head on over to the clock faces section in the Fitbit app and then tap on all clocks, and Vabam, there is a great selection to choose from. So whether you want something super plain or you want your steps, time, and date displayed, you decide, and then just click on select, and in seconds your watch face is installed. Love it! If you're someone who sleeps with a watch on, then sleep tracking may interest you and is still of course available available on the Charge 4. It monitors your sleep patterns, your REM sleep, deep sleep, and light sleep, plus it gives you a sleep score, which is really interesting. And as always, you can check all of this out on the app under the sleep section. You also get 24-hour heart rate monitoring, so it tracks your heart rate constantly throughout the day, and you can see all that info on the app. Interestingly for me, when I pop out to the shops and wear my mask, I see my heart rate increases and then it returns back to normal when I get home. And of course, definitely when I exercise. So this feature is fascinating and definitely one to check out. Of course, you also get your various exercise tracking modes. There are a couple to choose from, and within each exercise mode, you can set a goal, and then when you're ready, just press start, it connects to GPS, and you're good to go. Probably one of my favorite things is you can also receive notifications on the Charge 4. To activate notifications, just head on over to your Charge 4 device on the Fitbit app, and then under General, click on Notifications, and once in there, make sure calls are toggled on, and then tap on App Notifications and tick whichever app you want to receive notifications from. So when I get a WhatsApp to my phone, here is what my watch displays, and as you can see, there is a reply option. And if I click on that, I can either use a quick response or just send an emoji. In terms of size, here's what the Charge 4 is like compared to the Fitbit Versa 2 and then the 40mm Apple Watch. It's obviously a sleeker, smaller watch than both, and definitely has that fitness tracker look rather than a smartwatch kind of style. It looks great on any female's wrist and male's wrist in my opinion, and is not too big or not too small. It's just a great unisex size, if that makes sense. The battery on the Charge 4 is very impressive, and that is largely thanks to the monochrome screen and OLED display. So earlier, when I mentioned having a black and white display is not necessarily a bad thing, this is why. It seriously prolongs the battery life of your watch and makes life so much easier when it comes to charging. This is also especially nice for sleep tracking, because most other smartwatches don't last long enough throughout the night to track your sleep because the battery just dies out, but not with this bad boy. You charge the watch by simply placing it in this cradle, but just be sure that the two gold pins line up nicely with the gold plates and you're good to go. Annoyingly, the cable does come out from the bottom of the cradle and not the top. If you've watched any of my previous Fitbit videos, then you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But for the most part, it's not as bad on the Charge 4 because it does lay down nicely on its side and then charges. But still, I would have loved to have seen them move the cable to the top. Onto some other features, and the relax feature still remains on the watch and is a fantastic little exercise to help you calm down in the moment or perhaps before a speech, you name it. It's so simple and I really like it. The Charge 4 is waterproof up to a couple of meters, so you can wear your watch in the shower, the bath, or while swimming, of course. You definitely also get a stopwatch and countdown timer. So to set the timer, you just click on the time display, select the minutes, then click down and select the seconds, tap once more on the play button, and that's it. When your timer is up, your watch will vibrate and notify you. And then, as mentioned, the straps are interchangeable. It is super simple and really transforms the look of your watch. And all you do is click down on this button and then pull. The strap will release from your watch and vabam, it's ready for a new strap. Then to add the new one, just click it into place and it's literally that simple. If you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to like and subscribe, or you can check out some of my other Fitbit videos right over here. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Toodles!